Good evening, everybody. Once again, it's your boy, The H, talking those comics, sports, and wrestling. And you know what? I might actually change the name of the channel once again because I've only talked comics once, and that video didn't do great. And I don't know if any of you guys actually want me to talk more comics, but if you ever do, let me know. This is not about comics. This is about Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang. I do have to look at it because otherwise I'll pronounce his name wrong. I've got a few notes down here. But let's get straight into it. The title of this video is going to be, and the question that I'm going to deep delve into, is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, underrated? Is he underrated? And now some of you can be like, what? All right, first let's get into the facts. His father, his name is actually Pierre Aubameyang. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was going to be Pierre Aubameyang Jr., but his dad didn't want him to be a junior. So they put the Emerick as a middle name to separate him from being a junior. His mum's Spanish, so he actually could have played for Spain, as well as Gabon and France. I'll explain in a minute. But he said no. He did get a lot of, I think he was on loan to Gijon, and he got a lot of overtures from the Spanish national team when he was young. He chose not to go that direction, even Spain at the time were smashing it in terms of Euros and World Cups, so you'll give him credit for that. He actually chose to play for Gabon, where his dad was captain for a little while, and his dad is from Gabon. Aubameyang himself, I'm going to call him Aubameyang because he's the junior. Well, he's the junior, but he's the guy talking about this video. Was actually born in Laval in France, so he's a French national. He could have chose to play for France, but he wanted to play for Gabon, which is very commendable. Obviously, if he played for France, probably would have been in that World Cup squad and probably would have won the World Cup, but it is what it is. I'm sure he's happy with the decision. Now, let's go into his goal ratio just for the last couple of seasons. So right now, he's got 38 goals in 55 games for Arsenal. He has 16 goals in his last 16 games. Before that, he had 98 goals in 144 games for Borussia Dortmund, and he's also got 24 in 59 for Gabon. So guys, this guy gets a better ratio than 1 in 2. Everyone always said, since I was a young kid, in the days of growing up with Alan Shearer, Thierry Henry, Les Ferdinand, Dwight York, Andy Cole, Ian Wright, Robbie Fowler, Stan Collymore, Michael Owen. In the days of these guys, that 1 in 2 is exceptional. Obviously, there's certain players who are above that level, like Ronaldo at the moment, Messi at that moment. I think Neymar's in between Aubameyang and Ronaldo, Messi in terms of goal ratio at the moment. They are outliers. Outliers are not the norm. They're something exceptional, something extreme. So let's take away Messi, let's take away Ronaldo, and let's take away Neymar just for this instance. Aubameyang is one of the best strikers in the world. Debate me and tell me why he isn't. At the end of the day, you guys all know I support England, but in terms of a Premier League club, I don't have one. I enjoy watching MK Dons occasionally. I will be working at the MK Dons vs Liverpool match this coming Wednesday. That should be good in the Capital One Cup. Back to the point. So I've got no bias in terms of Premier League clubs. Like I said, I used to like certain ones, and then I'm the opposite of a glory hunter. I'm a loser hunter. Whoever looks like they've got a team full of losers or a loser support is the one I'm going to respect, the one I'm going to follow more. So yeah, in the Premier League, not really following any particularly, but I used to follow Arsenal, used to follow Chelsea when I was young, followed Man U, followed Tottenham for a little bit, and whoever's terrible, I'll be interested in their results. So Burnley, I'm looking at you. No, I'm joking. I think Burnley are doing all right. Don't know how well Palace are doing, but anyway, it's not the point. The point is, do you think Aubameyang is underrated? I really do, because when I was growing up, I remember always seeing Zola, all of the magazines, all over TV. Zola's goal ratio isn't great. I know he was kind of played like a number 10 role. Nevertheless, Bergkamp, amazing player, technical. I know more of number 10 as well, but you see them everywhere. Aubameyang's record isn't far off Henry's. Obviously, he played a lot less games, but yeah, he's not. He doesn't seem to get the publicity. Match of the Day, Sky, BT Sport, anything. He does not seem to get the publicity. Twitter, even, he seems to be underrated. He seems to be under the radar. Aguero gets huge love, mad love everywhere. Man City fans really appreciate him. I think Gabriel Jesus gets quite a lot of love. Rashford, not this season. This season he's getting a lot of hate, but in the past Rashford got quite a lot of love. Lukaku gets a lot of love. All these strikers getting a lot of love. Tammy Abraham's doing really, really well this season. Let's appreciate that. But then you've got to think Aubameyang's proved it in and out. He proved it in Germany. Some people diss the German league. At the end of the day, German league's not bad. He's proven it for Borussia Dortmund. He's proven it for his national team in Gabon, and he's now proven it for Arsenal at a high level. 16 goals in his last 16 games says everything. He's fast, very fast. He's got great poaching ability. He can shoot inside the box. He can shoot outside the box. He's got decent heading ability. He can hold the ball up. He can bring others into play. That, for me, is the signs of a great player. Like I said, I'm very objective. I haven't got any bias towards Arsenal or against Arsenal. But put it this way, if he was at Man City, do I think he'd be one of the favourites for the league? Well, obviously Man City would be anyway, but would I think give Man City an exceptional chance over Liverpool? Yes, I do. Do I think he was at Liverpool, he'd give Liverpool an exceptional chance over Man City? Yes, I do. Do I think if he was at Chelsea with Tammy Abraham, they'd be fighting for a title? Possibly. Do I think that Arsenal need to work on their midfield and get some defenders and sort it out because they need to keep a player like Aubameyang? Yes. So for me, Aubameyang is more than underrated. He's criminally underrated. I think at Liverpool or Man City, look, imagine him at Man U now. Him at Man U with, say, Daniel James. To be fair, I think that's about it. Who else can feed him? I was about to say Herrera. I don't think they've even got Herrera anymore. Man United, man. I'll be honest, I haven't watched too much of Man United this season. I watched a bit of their highlights. But I'm trying to think of what great creative players they've got. Anyway, that's for a different day. But even with not much service in this, Daniel James helping him, I still believe he would do well for Man United and probably get 20 goals a season. I believe he can do that at most clubs, and I wish that he just got the recognition he deserves. I really think Aubameyang is a special player. I do feel, it sounds weird because when I was growing up it was always Arsenal, Man United. Like in the 90s, early 2000s, it was always Arsenal, Man United, and then it became Chelsea and Arsenal, and then Chelsea, Man United, and then Chelsea, Man City, and now Man City and Liverpool. It's always goes in a cyclical way. There's always basically a big two, no matter what you want to say. I'm going to do a video on that soon. But yeah, I don't know. I think he is really underrated. I think if this was the Arsenal of the 90s or early 2000s, look at Anelka. Anelka was deified when he helped Arsenal win that double. Do I think Aubameyang's better than Anelka and will be over his career? I personally do. That is my subjective opinion, that side. But in terms of his goals, I'll say it again, 98 goals, 144 for Borussia Dortmund, and 38 in 55 games so far for Arsenal. And I don't even look at how many assists he's got, but I know for a fact he's quite a good assister as well. He brings other players into it and he helps his teammates. I think Aubameyang is underrated. What do you guys think? You can disagree as well. You can agree. If you do disagree, please tell me why. Give me your reasoning, in short or long form. I'm very interested. And yes, I said firm, I meant long form. Sorry guys. Cheers guys, thank you for watching this video. And if this does quite well, I'll talk more football if that's what you guys want. Cheers guys.